Greeting of the day, dear learner. As we all know that engineering mathematics is one of the important part of the various competitive exams, and day by day the competition is also increasing. So a proper resource materials is very much important. So today I am here to guide you, to motivate you regarding the various course topics to be covered during the preparation of such examinations. So today I am considering the topic of matrix. So though I have written a gate questions, but you will find these uh, this topic very important for the other competitive examination too. So let us begin with first question. The sum of eigenvalue of matrix. So here we need the sum of eigenvalue of this matrix, and the choices given are, so these are the choices. So dear learner, remember one thing: whenever it is the questions regarding the eigenvalues or their sum or their product, then we will first opt for the properties. So here I am using the property that sum of eigenvalue is equal to sum of diagonal element of a matrix. So just take the sum of these diagonal elements, you will get the answer. So what is the sum? 1 plus 5 plus 2. So what it comes out to be 7. That's why 7 is the correct option. Now let us move ahead to the next question. All 4 entries of 2 by 2 matrix are non-zero. So these all 4 elements are non-zero, and one of its eigenvalue is 0. Which of the following statement is true? So the options given are this. Now if you observe carefully the option given over here, so you will find that this is nothing but the left hand side is the determinant of this matrix. Left hand side is a determinant of this matrix. So what we need here is a determinant of this matrix. Okay, now this fourth option is there just to mislead you, right? Otherwise these three options speaks about the determinant. So let us relate determinant as eigenvalue is mentioned. So relate determinant with the eigenvalue. So product of eigenvalue is equal to determinant of the matrix. Okay, this is the property we have. So just, and we know that as one of the eigenvalue is 0, so and in this 2 by 2 matrix we will have 2 eigenvalues. So if I'll multiply another eigenvalue by 0, so result comes out to be 0. So this product will come out to be 0. So definitely the determinant of the matrix is going to be 0. That's why just check it out where we have the determinant as 0. So that is in the third option. That's why the third is the correct option. Now let us move to the next one. How many of the following matrices have an eigenvalue 1? So these are the 4 matrices given. We'll have to count how many of them will have the eigenvalues. The options given are either 1 matrix, 2 matrix, 3 matrix, or all of them. So this we can check just by finding the eigenvalue of each of them quickly. So let us find the eigenvalue. Just recollect that eigenvalue is nothing but solution of characteristic equation. So we will find the characteristic equation of each of these matrices. So here we find eigenvalue is 0, 1. For the second matrix we get eigenvalue as 0, 0. For the third one we get, on simplification, eigenvalue as a complex. Remember, eigenvalue could be anything. It will be 0, plus 1, minus 1, fraction, sorts. It may be a complex also, right? There is no restriction as such on eigenvalues. Then the last one will have eigenvalue minus 1, 1. And if you go through this all 4 options, four matrices carefully, so we find eigenvalue is 1 only in the first matrix. So only one matrix has a eigenvalue is 1. So that's why the option correct is option number A. Now the next one is, for a given matrix one of the eigenvalue is 3, the other 2 eigenvalues are. So here we require other 2 eigenvalues. The options given are this one. Now again, as it is asked for the other 2 eigenvalue and one of them is given, so we will try to relate it with the property of eigenvalue, that is sum of eigenvalue of a matrix is equal to sum of diagonal elements of the matrix. So just take the sum of these two. What we have, 2 minus 1 plus 0, that is equal to 1. So sum of diagonal element is 1, and let us take eigenvalue as lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3. One of them is given, so take lambda 1 as 3. So we have this equation which on simplification gives us lambda 2 plus lambda 3 as minus 2. Now as here sum is required, right, but we need a distinct individual value of the eigenvalues, right. So what we do, we'll just try to add these options given, just take their sum. If it comes out to be minus 2, then that is a correct choice. So what we find, it is true in case of a second option, that is 3 minus 5 as minus 2. Okay, whereas it is not satisfied with the remaining one. Now the next question is, trace and determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix are known to be minus 2 and minus 5 respectively. Its eigenvalues are. So trace is nothing but sum of the diagonal elements. So here we will make use of this property, that sum of eigenvalue is equal to trace, which is nothing but sum of diagonal elements, and the product of eigenvalue is determinant of the matrix. So trace is minus 2, means sum of eigenvalue is given as minus 2, and product of eigenvalue, as it is determinant, whose value is minus 35. So therefore product of eigenvalue is minus 35. So what we have, sum of eigenvalue is minus 2 and product of eigenvalue is minus 35. So we will have to check with these options which of them will satisfy these two conditions, that is sum of eigenvalue minus 2 and product of eigenvalue minus 35. So that is getting satisfied with the option number C, because their sum comes out to be minus 2 and products comes out to be minus 35, whereas it is not possible with the remaining options. So therefore option C is the correct option. Now let us move to the next question. Consider the matrix. Which one of the following options provides correct value of the eigenvalue of a matrix? So these are the options. So here we want correct values of eigenvalues. Now before solving characteristic equation or doing anything, just have a look, observe that square matrix given carefully. So if you observe this, so it is nothing but a diagonal matrix and we upper triangular matrix, and what we have observed that we have a property that in a upper triangular matrix the eigenvalues are nothing but the diagonal element. Similar is the result for lower triangular as well as a diagonal matrix. So therefore, as this being upper triangular matrix, so whatever may be the diagonal elements, same are the eigenvalues. So therefore option number A is the correct one. Now we have the next one, that is the matrix has one of the eigenvalue equal to 3. The sum of the two eigenvalue, other two eigenvalue of the matrix is. So here we have to find out the remaining one. Again I will make use of the same property, that is the sum of the eigenvalue of the matrix is equal to diagonal element. So the addition of diagonal element is p plus 1. 3 is one of the eigenvalue, remaining 2 I am taking as lambda 2 and lambda 3. So with this you will get simplification as lambda 2 plus lambda 3, that is sum of other 2 as p minus 2. Okay, so in this way we can get the desired options. Now let us have the next one. Which one of the following is an eigenvector of the matrix? So this is the matrix given with these options. Observe these options carefully. Now here we don't find any shortcut methods to find out the eigenvector. So quickly we will find out characteristic equation. We will get eigenvalues. The question is how to solve this 4 by 4 determinant. So here we are fortunate enough to have such type of matrix, because here the element except the first one, all others are 0. So we will first multiply this with the we will start with the calculation. Consider this, delete element lying in the first row, first column, and then determinant of 3 by 3. So determinant of 3 by 3, then next we move to this element, and as this element itself is 0, so no need to have the further calculation. We will have to do only such type of simplification. So 5 minus lambda, then determinant of this, again solve. We know very well how to solve determinant of 3 by 3 matrix. So it is 5 minus lambda into element lying in the this third row and third column will be rejected, and the determinant of remaining one. So that is 2 minus lambda into 1 minus lambda minus 3 into 1. So like this it gets simplified. Solve. The order of the matrix is 4. So that's why we should have 4 values for lambda. So these are the 4 values. Now let us find eigenvector. So order of matrix is 4 by 4. So we will have 4 elements over here which will satisfy this equation. Substitute. Now what we do, we'll keep on substituting the value of lambda one by one. Put lambda as 5 over here. So 5 minus 5 0. So this vanishes. 5 over here. So this vanishes. We have 5x3 equal to 0. Then put 5 over here. We get minus 3x3 plus x4 equal to 0. Then 3x3 minus 4x4 equal to 0. So like this it gives us the resultant in this way. Now you will observe that on solving this equation, 5x3 0 means x3 0, x3 0. So put in this equation, you will get x4 0. So what you will get? x3 0 and x4 0. So obviously here there is x1 and x2 are not mentioned over here. So here we have the choice that x1 and x2 may take any value. So here let I take x1 as A and x2 as B. So with this choice we will get the desired eigenvector. Now just have a look at the options given. So you will find that in the options given, the first two places must be non-zero, right, which I am finding, and the third and fourth must be 0. So third and fourth must be 0 option is satisfied in the first option only. So that's why this is the correct option for this example, right. Now here we may have the possibility, if suppose there will be more than one option where x3 and x4 is 0, x3 and x4 is 0. In that case, if suppose first two elements over here is non-zero and here we have choice 1 0 0 0, so then that would be also considered as a correct options. Means what is necessary is that the third and fourth place means x3 and x4 must be 0, whereas we may have both x1 as well as x2 as non-zero, or we may have only x1 as 0 or only x2 as non-zero also. That will be also considered as a correct option, because for eigenvector at least one element should be non-zero. Now next is the rank of the matrix. So remember here these are the choices given, and as we know the definition of rank of the matrix, it is number of non-zero rows. So we could not have the possibility of the fourth one, right. So we will go for these three options. So apply the process of finding the rank. So identify diagonal elements quickly, reduce the element below the first diagonal element to 0. So we operate R2 minus 2 R1 and R3 minus 4 R1. We observe this now. So what we find here, 2 common, here 3 common, cancel out, you will find both the rows same. So in this step itself you will find that the rank of the matrix will come out to be 2, right. So no need to perform this, still I have done here just to show how it comes out to be 2. So rank of the matrix is 2, therefore option number B is the correct choice. Now let us have the last one. If A is equal to this matrix, find the determinant of A inverse. So generally what the students used to do, they used to find out A inverse and then they calculate the determinant. So here I am not going to do it in that way. What we do, we will relate determinant of A inverse with the determinant of A. So determinant of A inverse is nothing but 1 by determinant of A. So that property I am going to use. Now we need to find out determinant of A. As it is an upper triangular matrix, so the determinant of A is nothing but product of diagonal elements. So this product comes out to be 4. So therefore determinant of A inverse will be nothing but 1 by determinant of A, that is 1 by 4. So in this way the choice number C is the correct one. Now which of the following is singular? Very easy example. Singular means determinant of these matrices must be non-zero. So quickly find out the determinant of each of them. Check which of these gives you the 0. So that is true with the help of in the option number C. That's why C is the correct option. So in this way one can have the one can tackle with the problems related to the matrix. So I hope the concepts, the procedure, the shortcut methods which we have used we must be clear to you all. So thank you for watching the video. In the next upcoming video we will discuss few more important examples on the GATE examination of the matrices. So thank you one and all for watching the video.